Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. I think our first person is going to be Jose, who is our Public Works Director, and he'll do the introductions and then we'll get going. I think you're on mute, Jose. Maybe see if your microphone is working.
There he goes. Okay, now can you hear me? Yes, okay. Good evening, everyone. I see we got 11 participants so far. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Jose Aldayuz. I'm the Director of the Public Works Department. And tonight we have a very interesting meeting, and we have two presenters. And for this project, and the first one is Q Lin. He is a consultant with KCI. We are very fortunate to have him as working from our campus, and he is an excellent professional. He has been working with watershed-related projects for a long time, and so he will be the main presenter today. And we also have Mr. Fox. I'm trying to. Mr. Fox is a water resource engineer with management and technical experience in NPDES, MS4, and TMDL reduction projects. And those include the stream stabilization and ecological restoration. He has a, hold on a second, he has a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from Virginia Tech. He is a professional engineer. Licensed in DC, Maryland, Delaware, West Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Georgia. Well, I will let QE and Mr. Fox present the MIllstream branch MS4 stream restoration project at this community meeting. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Jose. Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Quay Lin. I'll be the presenter tonight. So our meeting tonight is for the MIllstream branch MS4 stream restoration project. First, I'd like to welcome you all to this meeting and thank you again for taking your time to join this meeting tonight. So the purpose of the meeting tonight is to inform the community of up and coming City of Bowie project for stream restoration. So a quick agenda for tonight. First, I guess Jose already did some introductions of the team, and then we're also going to go over some legal backgrounds for this this project for the city's MS4 permit, the City of Bowie Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System MS4 permit, and also we're going to go over some of the project basics about the project scope, the overview of the location of the project, and the benefits of the project, also the impacts of construction to the community. And we're also going to touch base on the project timeline information. Towards the end of the presentation, we're going to have a Q&A session. So also, as the presentation is going through, you can feel free to type your questions in the Q&A chat box within Zoom. So we're going to have our moderator, Tiffany, right here. She'll be watching the questions being posted over there. So again, as Jose mentioned, here's our team tonight. We do have Tiffany right here. She's the watershed manager from City of Bowie. And again, she'll be watching the questions posted on Zoom tonight. So some quick background about the Clean Water Act. I guess as the presentation is going through, I'm going to turn on my camera so you guys can probably see this whole screen better. The Clean Water Act which is enacted in 1972, established the basic structure for regulating discharges of pollutants into the waters of the United States. And also the CWA regulates water quality standards for surface waters. Under the CWA, EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, has implemented pollution control programs such as setting water quality standards and the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, NPDES for short. The Clean Water Act prohibits anybody from discharging any pollutants from point source into a water of the United States unless they have an NPDES permit. So what is an NPDES permit? And this permit establishes certain terms and conditions to discharge pollutants to receiving waters in order to protect water quality. A little history here. Congress added section 402P to the CWA, the Clean Water Act in 1987, in response to the need to address pollution from stormwater discharges from municipal municipal systems. EPA, sorry. And EPA promulgated the NPDES Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System MS4 regulations in 2 phases, which began in 1990. So City of Bowie basically falls under phase 2 of this MS4 permit regulations. The phase 2 began in December 1999 to address pollution discharged from smaller municipalities in urban areas, which City of Bowie falls under. So the Maryland Department of the Environment, MDE, implements the NPDES programs in accordance with the EPA regulations and guidelines. So MDE has issued the MS4 permits in 2 general categories. There's one for municipalities and the other one for state and federal agencies. These permits were reissued in 2018, and right now City of Bowie holds an MS4 permit. So we're going to discuss a little more about the permit in the next slide. So the City of Bowie is required to comply with the National Pollution Discharge Elimination System, NPDES permit, for small municipal separate storm sewer systems, MS4, in short, to implement best management practices and various programs to reduce pollution discharges and protect water quality. The city's MS4 permit, effective in 2017, mandates permittees to restore 20% of existing impervious area that is not already treated with water quality best management practices by 2025. So by the end of this year, 2022, the city must develop an implementation schedule to show how the 20% requirement will be achieved by 2025. So on the slide here, you can see the City of Bowie website, which you can get more information from the website. So this MS4 permit requires 6 minimum control measures, which are listed below. Public education outreach, public involvement and participation, illicit discharge detection and elimination, construction site stormwater runoff control, post-construction stormwater management, and also pollution prevention and good housekeeping. So this slide, we're going to discuss a little bit more about the Chesapeake Bay TMDL. The TMDL stands for Total Maximum Daily Load. The Chesapeake Bay and its tributaries contain excess nutrients and sediment from various sources such as agricultural operations, urban stormwater runoffs, wastewater, and also airborne contaminants. So these excess nutrients and sediment lead to murky water and algae blooms in the bay, which block sunlight from reaching and sustaining underwater bay grasses. So which in turn will create low levels of dissolved oxygen. So to restore the bay, the TMDL identified the overall loading capacity of nitrogen, phosphorus, and sediment that can be present in the bay to achieve applicable water quality standards. So within the Maryland watershed implementation plan, the goals were set to reduce about 25% of the nutrient loading in nitrogen, 24% reduction in phosphorus, and also 20% reduction in sediment from the base year of 2009. So in a sense, the TMDL is a historic and comprehensive pollution diet to restore clean water in the Chesapeake Bay. So, and also a number of elements, including watershed implementation plans, milestones, and progress tracking are put in place by MDE and other Bay jurisdictions to ensure that all pollution control measures needed to fully restore the Bay and its tidal rivers are in place by 2025. So that kind of sums up the legal framework for the MS4 permit. So why is stream restoration necessary? Stormwater is shown here in the image on the right. Stormwater that cannot be absorbed by the ground due to hard surfaces like rooftops, driveways, and parking lots. It's called stormwater runoff. So this runoff carries a variety of pollutants into local streams, which empty into rivers that flow to the Chesapeake Bay. So much of Bowie was built by Levy and Sons in the 1960s before important environmental regulations such as the Clean Water Act were put in place. Bowie, along with dozens of communities across the state, is now required to take steps to improve the quality of water that will eventually flow to the Chesapeake Bay. So in general, stream restoration projects aim to mitigate harmful effects of unmanaged stormwater runoff and also restore damaged or lost ecological functions and processes and stabilize eroded stream channels to prevent future erosions. In addition, these stream restoration projects provide credits towards the stormwater treatment requirements stipulated in the MS4 permit. So recent changes also to the accounting guidance from the state for calculating credit made stream restoration projects much more cost effective. So the city of Bowie has successfully completed the first ever stream restoration project, Saddlebrook Branch stream restoration in 2021, and now the city is working on the design of the second stream restoration project, MIllstream Branch MS4 stream restoration, which is our main focus tonight. So for this project, MIllstream Branch MS4 stream restoration project, the city has contracted with, since 2014, the city has contracted with several engineering consulting companies to assess and prioritize the projects for the impervious area restoration to maximize water quality and impervious area credit for the city's MS4 permit. A few stream and pond restoration projects have been identified to meet this objective, which includes this current project that we're presenting tonight. In short, it's MS4 project, MIllstream Branch MS4 project. So the objective of this project is to restore hydrology and stream channel of MIllstream Branch, Manstand Reach 4, stabilize eroded stream bank and channel, prevent further channel and also stream bank erosion, reduce sediment and nutrient delivery downstream of the current location. Also, this project will help the city meet the MS4 permit requirements. So the city, for this project, the city has identified approximately 1,200 linear feet reach of a MIllstream Branch as unstable in a stream prioritization report dated May 2020. Implementation of the stream restoration project at this site will assist the city in reaching its MS4 and total maximum daily load goals, TMDL goals. So that kind of sums up the objective of this project. So next slide, we're going to walk you through the basic information about this project. As highlighted on this location map, this stream restoration project is along MIllstream Branch between Valleywood Place and Racetrack Road, just north of the intersection of Racetrack Road and Annapolis Road. The stream is located south of the private properties along Victoria Heights Drive and just north of the Bellaire Town 2 townhouse community. So this stream ridge is located within the city of Bowie property. So the highlighted area on this map is basically the scope of the location of this project. So the scope for this project, we have shown here a little clip of the conceptual plan design. So MIllstream branch main stem reach 4 is an incised single thread perennial channel. This string originates at a sanitary sewer line crossing along MIllstream branch just east of Valleywood Place and extends approximately 1,200 linear feet downstream to a stable point near Racetrack Road. So if you can see my mouse here, the string restoration project starts from here, nearby the Valleywood Place, where a sanitary sewer crossing is in place, and also downstream of this, the downstream scope of this string restoration is somewhere close to Racetrack Road. So the stream banks along the reach range from 3.5 to 10 feet high based on field investigation. The reach is bordered by private properties, as I mentioned, on either side. And based on our field investigation, the first sharp bend is causing severe erosion to the left bank. This project, again, involves 12 linear feet of stream restoration along the whole stream. It also includes the stabilization of multiple stone drain outfalls along the reach and also a sanitary sewer line crossing near Valleywood Place that is starting to become exposed along the top. So that sewer crossing will be stabilized and protected under this project. So as far as project approach, the proposed design is a hybrid riffle weir system. The design will feature weirs that utilize existing channel width to safely convey a larger stone event and allow for the 100-year stone event to access an in-channel floodplain at low level shears. Stone drain outfalls and a sanitary sewer line crossing are also incorporated into the design to protect the utilities. So this conceptual design drawing shown here calls for crossbands at multiple locations along the reach of the stream, riffle grade control structures, imbricated stones, rock steps, etc. for stabilization of stream bed and banks, and also protection of stone drain outfalls in the sewer line. So this stream restoration project will provide a variety of benefits to the environment and to the community, one of which is habitat improvement. As showcased here, from on the left side is existing picture, which was taken from the field. There are heavy debris and sediments throughout this stream reach. And so this project will clear out all the sediments and debris to restore and enhance the hydrological conditions of the stream, to establish native plant and animal communities in and around the stream. So then also this project will enhance environmental quality, improve wetland conditions, and reduces pollution hazards, thus providing a better habitat for wildlife. So the existing picture shown here is taken from the field again, and which is reflective of the actual field conditions of MIllstream branch. The trees are about to get fallen there. So you can see severe bank erosion in the next couple pictures. The future picture on the right is representative of what it should look like after the stream restoration project is complete. The project design will also implement bank protection and grade control structures to promote stream bed and bank stability by reducing stream slope at multiple locations and flow velocity, which will control erosion. The in-stream structures will also further prevent gully development and bed erosion. So from the existing picture here, again, you can see severe stream bank erosion already occurring at this location, and a lot of sediments. The future picture on the right shows imbricated stones for bank stabilization and also creating pools here downstream of the weir, of the stone weir here, and also some riffle grade control structure in the stream where my cursor is moving. So these bank stabilization measures and in-stream structure, as I mentioned before, will also help to establish sinuous channel to restore the channel to its natural geometry. The design will feature step poles as shown in the picture on the right. You see the step poles, 1, 2, 3. We'll establish these step poles and riffles to prevent future bed degradation and promote stabilization of the stream channel. So the picture on the left, again, is an existing picture taken from site. It shows very severe stream bank erosion there, and tree already falling into the channel. So as far as construction impacts of this project, majority of the grading will be along the stream reach to degrade the stream bed and install in-stream structures and stream bank protection measures. As far as access road, access road will be coming off of racetrack road on the east side of the project area. So heavy equipment and construction vehicles will be accessing the site from racetrack road. Temporary construction easement may be required, which we're going to discuss in the next couple slides, and no road closures are expected for this project at this point. And the access road will be disturbing a part of the common areas of the Blair Town 2 HOA, which we can discuss in the next slide. Also, there will be some trees and landscaping impact to this project because the grading and construction access will entail removing some of the trees along the stream, but most of the tree removals will be concentrated around the stream area. Noise control for the construction will be in accordance with city ordinance. Erosion sediment control design it's been completed, so during construction, the contractor will have to follow the city permit requirements to install erosion sediment control measures. So we can take a closer look at the detailed impact with the requirement of the temporary construction easement. So what you see here is for the private property at 13005 Victoria Heights Drive. So for this specific location, we have a severe bank erosion on the left bank there. So for this location, our design calls for filling up to contour 89 on this private property. So in order to achieve that, a temporary construction easement will be required as shown in, as outlined in red here. So we're in the process of reaching out to the property owner to discuss this temporary construction easement. Also, temporary construction easement will be required from Blair Town 2 Townhouse Association for this area, for this proposed staging area off of Racetrack Road. So it's very close to Racetrack Road, but this property is owned by, it's basically a common area owned by the Townhouse Association. So we're also in the process of reaching out to the HOA to discuss this easement. So the area of the temporary construction easement that we're seeking for this project is shown in blue, is shaded in blue right now. So it's relatively a small area, and then this easement area will be in a common area of the HOA property, and it will not be touching the parking lot over here. So the construction activities will be staying off this parking lot here. So in terms of tree removal, here we're showing some conceptual level design drawings with red crosses, over the trees that are proposed to be removed. As you can see here, most of the trees that are proposed to be removed are located, in and around a stream area where the contractor will be installing in-stream structures and also stream bank protection measures. On the left-hand side here, where I have, this existing sewer crossing is clouded in red. So there will be some bamboo removal and also some tree removals over there as well to facilitate the sewer pipe replacement. So this is basically the upstream side of the project. So kind of the street kind of cut off here, but this location is Violet Place, and this is Morningside Lane right here. So that's kind of the beginning of the project scope. So then the next picture here, we were moving towards the middle part of the stream restoration project, where you can see again, these red crosses are for proposed tree removals. They're all concentrated or located around the stream area. There's also a staging area being proposed for this stretch here, but everything here is going to be happening within the city of Bowie property. Here's towards the downstream side of the stream restoration project, very close to Racetrack Road. We're proposing to remove 2 trees in this area. And again, we're proposing another staging area for the construction of this project. So the access path, you can see clearly from this slide here, it's coming off of Racetrack Road and kind of meanders its way all the way to the upstream side of the construction. The access path will try to work around the existing trees, so we don't have to remove any trees that we don't have to remove just because we're putting in the access path. So I do have to mention that these tree removal, they are very tentative, and as design progresses, we might propose more tree removals as the design sees fit. So and also we understand that being working on this project, so there might be some tree canopy loss issues here after construction due to the tree removals that are required for construction of this project. So project timeline, this project is currently under design. Today's the day for the first public meeting. So we're still in the design development phase of the design process. So for design completion, which is anticipated in March 2023, there's a lot of permitting required with this stream restoration project. So depending on permitting and also some of the other design elements of the project, so that date, the March completion date is still tentative. Also for construction completion, we're looking at December 2023. After design completion, we'll put the project out to bid, and that's the day we're anticipating right now for construction completion of this project by the end of 2023. Again, all these timelines, they're like tentative, so and subject to change. All right, with that, I'm going to conclude my presentation. Thank you again for taking your time to join this community meeting. If you have any additional questions after the meeting, please feel free to contact me. My contact information is shown here with my email. It's kui.lin@kci.com. And also my phone number here is 240-544-5689. Thank you again for your attention. I hope you find this presentation helpful. So we do have 16 participants right now, and I see that there's one question in the Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and go there right now. Here's the question: will removed trees be replaced? Okay, thank you for the question. Yes, removed trees will be replaced because we understand that there are some non-native plants in this area. So Greg, please chime in if you can about the tree replacement.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Like you mentioned, the trees being removed, or the ones that are trying to focus that, whether the ones on the banks, the ones that are already typically falling in. We'll also be removing as much of the invasives that we can, a lot of greenbrier and other even bamboo in the area, because we're going to be using that for construction. So we'll take care to do that. And then when we replace and fill back in the area, we'll be planting a lot of trees and a whole lot of shrubs to refill that area. So yes, there will be replacement of multiple trees, trees more suitable for a river valley like that. And then again, a lot of shrubs to fill in the understory.
Okay, thank you, Greg. I hope that answered the question. If you have any further question on that, please feel free to Q&A box. So we do have another open question here. There's also a stream behind my home on MIllstream Drive. Will this be addressed as well? Can you please elaborate on that? Can you please give us your address if possible? MIllstream Drive. Greg, do you know where it is?
I'm looking that up right now, but it could be outside the limits of this project.
Hi, I could chime in here. This is Tiffany. Yeah, the Millstream Drive homes are adjacent to this section of stream. There are other, so like somebody said earlier, I think you said this was a stream reach 4. So the Millstream runs from Racetrack, well, past east of Racetrack, but it's basically at the surface from Racetrack all the way over to close to 197. So there are only 2 sections of that stream that we'll be working in. Currently, we're only doing this one. The other one isn't scheduled for a couple more years. So if you want to contact us with your address, we can verify that. But I did some of the mapping, and I didn't see any Millstream Drive, homes impacted. So I'll let you're welcome. I'll let Q take the next one.
Okay, thank you, Tiffany. So as Tiffany mentioned, if you can contact us with your exact address, we can verify that for you. So the next question: what will become the staging areas and the access path? How will they be restored?
Sure. So with the planting plan, part of the process, part of the permits, we do a forestry permit, and with that as a landscaping plan. What we'll do in that area, those are all kind of upland riparian areas. So they'll be seeded with riparian mix for grass, not grass, but ground growth. And then again, shrubs and trees. We will be keeping trees out of the way of the sewer line. But other than that, the entire area that we disturb will be planted with trees and shrubs, and all of it will be given like a riparian seed mix to regrow the forest understory.
Okay, thank you, Greg. So that answered that question. So just waiting for any further questions.
I'll just ask something really quickly. Will there be erosion control fabrics placed in case people don't know what they are, and there's this strange brown like straw or something? Maybe you could talk about that a little bit, Greg.
That's a good question. Yes. Yeah, there'll be different kind of matting. Usually it's a core fiber matting, like a woven matting that'll be all around the stream that helps protect the ground and let the vegetation grow. Other areas, there's wetter and drier areas. So there'll be different kind of matting. Some of it won't get matting. Some of it can just be restored with stabilization of turf. But yes, there will be core fiber matting throughout the floodplain, the low flow area around the stream channel. And that's staked down with wooden stakes that biodegrade. And eventually the core fiber matting biodegrades as well once all the vegetation grows in.
All right, great. Thank you, Greg. I guess if anybody has any more questions, please feel free to type in the box.
Maybe we can wait just another minute. I will say, again, this is Tiffany. I work in the planning department. Please feel free to reach out. If you got a letter in the mail announcing this meeting, you have my contact information. You see on the screen is Q's contact information, and anything that we can't answer, we can check in with Greg, who's on the team that'll be doing the work. But we're happy to answer any questions, and if you have any, I could send photos of the plantings and things up in Rockledge, the Saddlebrook branch, if anybody's kind of curious about what it's going to look like. But yeah, I guess if we don't have any any other questions and they know how to reach us, I think we should be good to go. Oh, wait. Oh, no. So, yeah. So quick question. I'll just take this one. So will work be done on weekends as well as weekdays? No. So the city has pretty strict rules on the time frame during the day, and it's always on a work day. Like, I suppose there could be some sort of exception or an emergency or something along those lines, but the planned construction will only be Monday through Friday. And I think they can't start before 8, maybe. And they don't typically go, later than like 4 or 5, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That kind of sounds like the answer there. It's also up to the contractor. Sometimes they can probably go a little longer than, than 8 hours a day sometimes. But it all depends, yeah. But yeah, in no circumstance, like the contractor will be working during the weekend.
So we had that's a rule. If any contractor wants to work outside the hours that is specified in the contract, they have to ask for authorization. They cannot just decide to work late. They have to abide by the contract.
Right. Thank you, Jose.
Well, I don't think we had any more questions, but I just want to make sure that our residents that we are in good hands with Greg and Qui. Qui has 15 years of experience doing all this, so it's not his first rodeo. So he's very efficient. I hope all my trust on him.
Thank you very much, Jose. So Tiffany, if there's no more questions, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks everyone again for participating and reach out to us with any questions. We're happy to answer anything that you have questions about. So thanks again. Have a great night, everybody.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone.